Arizona finished its non-conference schedule with an electrifying win over Iowa. Tonight, conference play begins, and they'll play for keeps. Football players hope to play in Pasadena come January, and they're all warmed up for tonight's opener as the California Golden Bears are at Arizona. And hello again, everybody. I'm Dave Sitton, delighted to welcome you to Arizona Stadium for the final opener of Pacific 10 Conference football here at Arizona Stadium. Next year, it's the Pac-12. Neither the Bears nor the Wildcats have made it to the Rose Bowl in the configuration known as the Pac-10 Conference. All right, joining us for tonight's telecast, former Wildcat and Buffalo Bill, John Fina. You know, Arizona had their convincing win over Iowa last week, John, but if there was one phase of the game that left them a little bit cold for the week, that was the running game.
The running game was just terrible last week. They didn't get 100 yards out of their rushers. They really need to start working the running game between the tackles. If they're going to go far into the Pac-10 with a lot of victories, they're going to have to get the work in, and they're going to have to show that they've developed it tonight.
All right, John, although there was a bit of a deficit in rushing last week, that certainly wasn't the case with passing, and very much not the case with special teams. They carried the day. Right from the very get-go, the Wildcats, with the block punt by Dave Roberts, set the tone for the night, and it was the special teams that were special.
They were great. Travis Cobb takes it all the way to the house on a kickoff. This is the kind of thing that you need if you're sputtering on offense a little bit. Special teams, long field goal, they can really turn the team around, keep that fever pitch going, and look at that on the blocked extra point. That's just an emotional moment. It was so exciting for this team. It just brought them in close to the end there, and it was just a great victory.
All right, the Wildcats with their big win last week, the last of their preseason games, non-conference games, if you will. Now they play for keeps. The Pac-10 season is getting ready to start. All right, this has been the Geico pregame show. Score a touchdown with Geico. In just 15 minutes, you could save 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com today for your free rate quote. Wildcats and the Bears next in front of the packed Zona Zoo when we come back. Here it is.
Good snap, good hold, and he just pulls it a little bit. He's a lefty, so he's going to have a little hook on that thing. And
Arizona is going to need a magical year if they want to go to the promised land. Well, this is where the magic begins. 2:37 to go. Nick Foles has had a few 2-minute drives already in his career. Kreiner needs to get out of bounds and does on first down.
There's a lot of time here for Arizona. As quickly as Nick Foles can get the ball out, he's got the chance to get it done. 11 plays, 65 yards for the longest drive, and it ended in an INT. Not good. And because of that, they're probably saying, guys, we only need to pull one out. For the love of our defense, let's see if we can get it done.
Foles across the middle, and it's dropped. Dave Roberts couldn't hang on to that, and I think it was thrown just a little bit behind him. That does stop the clock with 2:19. Nick Foles, you might recall, came back last year. The Cats, where they win over Oregon State in the final seconds. He engineered another one last year against Stanford. Of course, the USC drive, and last week, a final drive against Iowa.
Well, it's just as well in that instance right there. What Arizona's trying to do right now is set up a double move. That was going to be a sluggo, a little slam route inside. Turn it into a post or a corner after that. So that's what they're going to be aiming for. A little
Give
run
it
by
to Grigsby. He's got the first down.
Now here's the time management, Dave. Can they get up, get set, and get value out of this play?
They stopped the clock to move the chains. Now they wind them up again. 2:10 remain in the game. Foles with time, now under pressure. Now he's going to air it out. He's got Kreiner. Kreiner catches the football at the 11-yard line.
Maybe they just try to say, hey, we only want to play one drive each game. We'll make it the last drive for the win. It's crazy. It's Cal, Arizona. That ball hung up in the air forever. And look at the fight between Kreiner and the DB getting after it. Tie goes to the offense. Teron Kreiner comes down with it. Lots of time. Nick Foles has to maintain his poise and composure here make sure he doesn't make any rash decisions.
First down, give it to Grigsby. He's inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Clock continues to run. The Cats can pick up a first down. It's second down now. Clock continues to run. It was a 38-yard pass play to ignite the crowd last week. Tonight, it's a 51-yard pass play in the fourth quarter. Foles on that fade route, batted away, but the clock will stop. Mark Anthony, the cornerback. A minute 15 to go, and with the clock stopped, Arizona, obviously, in four-down territory.
Give him a chance to take a breath here, get lined up, run that special play that they have in the book for these instances. Last week, it's Bug right, 9 yards deep in the end zone. Tonight,
with over a minute 15 to go, John, there are all options on the table, on the ground. Bears jumped off. Free play, but they whistled it dead. Let's see if the Cats jumped or the Bears encroached.
Prior to the snap, offside, defense,
unabated to the quarterback is the condition there, that if the quarterback's going to be in danger, you have to blow the whistle, make it a dead ball foul.
And there you see, for the second time tonight, and Cameron Jordan with the jump.
And that would have been number 30.
Well, Jordan, Jordan and Kendricks.
Third down.
It was Michael Kendricks who's coming around the tackle there.
Well, here's the key to it. Again, it's so strange. It's third down and 1 inside the 5.
Because half the distance doesn't give them the first down.
Exactly. And only Arizona and California can come up with stuff like this. A minute 15 to go. Arizona trails by 6. Take nothing for granted. Foles fires, end zone, touchdown, Arizona. Finally they get there, and appropriately enough, it's Jerron Kreiner, the kid with the bad toe. And just to make it just as strange, the kid with the bad toe is going to give way to the kid with the good toe, Zendejas, to possibly win this.
Well, Dave, let's not count any chickens right now. In the NFL, I've been in a couple of instances like this where offense comes off the field and says, oh, we scored too fast. So we're going to have the Arizona D out here.
It was special teams last week. Special teams this week come through. Coach Tedford has seen this movie before, and with a minute and 11 to go, Arizona takes their first lead of the night.
Let's take a look at Nick Foles. He's on the ground. He doesn't even know yet. He does know. He can hear the cheering of the crowd. He's got his hang loose, his surfer hang loose from Texas. He's thrilled. Colin Baxter comes over to celebrate with him. Now again, leaving it in the hands of the defense as they have done the entire game. After great kickoff coverage, that's where Arizona will be yet again tonight.
Well, if today's scoreboard results and this game are any indication, it is going to be one wild ride. In the old days at Disneyland, an e-ticket. They don't do that anymore, but it is going to be a ride up and down the Matterhorn all year long in the final year of the Pacific 10 Conference. Tonight's attendance, 51,906, hoping not to have a heart attack.
I think a number of them have exited the stadium because they were a little upset with the way things were going and counted the Cats out. But as they
John,
have an ability to do.
As you mentioned, you've been in the NFL, you played college ball here. A minute and 11, that's a long time.
It is a long time.
All right, Bonanno.
Starts with kick coverage.
Jeremy Ross, who's had a great night for the Bears. Out to the 15, to the 20. He's met, knocked over there at the 23. It'll be a 77-yard field for California. But don't forget, it's a one-point lead. They only have to get in range and give Tavecchio another shot. The Arizona Scoring Drive Summary is brought to you by AAA Insurance. Call 1-800-INSURANCE to save money now. AAA, there when you need us most. 7 plays, 77 yards. It took him a minute and 26. The 52-yard pass play to Kreiner was the highlight play. Arizona's defense on the field. The fans are on their feet. Here you go. Riley. Pressure. Gets it to Vereen. Vereen is caught at the 30-yard line. The Bears have timeouts remaining.
They have timeouts remaining, and they also have Kevin Riley, who has as many starts as any active quarterback in the Pac-10. He's been here before, and he knows how to do this.
Crowd hung in. It's loud. Catch is made on the far sideline. That's Keenan Allen. Shaquille Richardson getting some play time tonight. Just a freshman. Knocks him out of bounds. 41 seconds remain. We talked about it all week. Home field advantage. Most of the crowd stayed here. They are on their feet.
They're bouncing on their feet, Steve, just like we are.
Riley, backside pressure. Picks off on the deflection. Joe Perkins. And then he puts it on the floor again. Don't tell me.
Yeah, this is
a Cal Arizona finish.
It's inexplicable to me why he just did not get on the ground.
Thank you.
You've got the game won, young. Oh, and they do have the game won.
Arizona
retains
hangs
the
on
football. Hey, Dave, what do we say?
It's just another Cal Arizona game. And they'll both move into the Pac-12, and trust me, this won't stop.
It's there have been more than a plethora of mistakes by each team. Arizona the first 3 quarters. Cal.
All right, we're going to look at the play again. So we have some more time. 29 seconds officially on the clock presently. Yeah, I go back to all the strange calls.
And there's the ball clearly out. And then it starts shooting around, and
I don't know what you're going to see from that.
Nothing. All I'm going to see is Brooks Reed probably screaming at his teammate here for not just diving onto the ground right now. Joe Perkins, young man, you need to get down on the ground. Know the situation, know where you are on the field, and make the right call.
It was Robert Golden. If we're reading things correctly.
The rolling out the field is confirmed.
There you go. I believe Robert Golden right there is the man who saved the fumble.
Joe Perkins is going to have to be doing some wind sprints this week. Way to go, Robert. Good for you, young man.
Yep.
Having your eyes up.
Arizona will be inexplicably, for the first time tonight, relaxed on offense. That'll be it. It's just another sordid chapter in this book known as Arizona, California football. The Wildcats trailed for over 58 minutes. And on their final drive, they come up with a big play. Foles to Kreiner. Remember that. You're likely to hear it again. And the Wildcats go 4-0. The first time a Mike Stoops Arizona team has started that way. The Bears fall to 2-2, and as we said a few minutes ago, get ready for a remarkable Pac-10 season. Let's take a look at our play of the game. Let's make plays of the game. Brought to you by Ace Hardware. Get in, get help, get on with your life. Ace, the helpful plays. Nothing more helpful than a 52-yard strike. Foles under pressure. There's Kreiner at the other end.
That's just an amazing job going up, fighting for the ball by Kreiner. And then to cap it off, win the football game, Jaron Kreiner coming back from a toe injury. Don't anybody laugh. Toe injuries are just remarkably painful. And there's Robert Golden sealing the deal, getting on the ball that Joe Perk put on the ground. And what can you say? This game is, it was ugly long, and it kept getting uglier. There wasn't much to talk about. We couldn't get into a rhythm. They couldn't get into a rhythm. But when it came down to it, when Arizona needed that winning drive, Nick Foles engineered it. He showed such great poise, and this young man is a great leader for the offense. Now, he's got to go. He needs to go in and tell the rest of this offense that they need to do room service for the defense. And take care of these defensive guys, because the defense saved their hindsights tonight.
We're not sure when we'll be with you next. You have to watch your local listings. But like you, we can't wait for the next time out, and that's 2 weeks from now when the Oregon State Beavers will be in Tucson. And we'll watch this remarkable story continue. The final score from Arizona Stadium in Tucson, the Wildcats 10, California 9. For John Fina, Glenn Howell, and our entire broadcast crew, I'm Dave Sitton saying good night from Arizona Stadium. The Cats are 4-0. Arizona football is a presentation of IMG. Good night, everybody.